I believe that faith is a lifelong journey. As it states in the document, Go and Make Disciples, on the United States Council of Catholic Bishops website, we can only share what we have received. We can hold on to our faith only if it continues to grow. Finding God in our everyday life is sometimes a struggle. I encountered this during my 20s. I knew I had a lifelong faith, but I somehow deterred off that path, and my journey kind of came to a stop. So whether we are newly formed in our faith or lifelong believers, we can get lost along the way. Finding the presence of God in our daily lives can require fine-tuning our relationship with God. And when we do that fine-tuning and we deal with God on a daily basis, we can then deepen that personal relationship with God and we can get back on track. Many people have also forgotten their baptismal promise, what they were called to do, what mission they were given when they were baptized. And at different points in their spiritual journey, they may forget that, and that also can lead us to be off track. I know that renewing a personal relationship with God led me back to living out my baptismal promise as a disciple of Christ. We have to also remember on this journey of life that we are the ones, the church is dependent on us to bring Christ to other people. We need to let them know that good news in their daily lives. And living one's call to discipleship must come from within. We must have converted hearts so that our love of Christ is visible to others. I know that once I did that and my heart really converted back to being a follower of Christ, I was able to share my faith with others. And living the faith and not being afraid to explain what to do is the root of Christianity. We have to be able to talk to others and be comfortable talking to others and let them know what we believe. Through our actions, we bring others to Christ. And that is a motto that I live. As St. Peter said, "But sanctify Christ as Lord in your hearts. Always be ready to give an explanation to anyone who asks you for a reason for your hope." That comes from 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15 in the Bible. So I believe that sometimes we need to have that spiritual formation. We need to keep remembering things that are told to us in the Bible and through other different sources that we can use to bolster our faith. And I have relied on things like that. So we know that there are adults out there thirsting for spiritual direction. And we have found, or I have found in my work, that when I was better catechized as an adult, I was a better parent, and I was able to teach my child better. And I think many parents are along that same journey. They may have veered off, but whenever we help them and we let them know that they are the primary catechists for their children, they then form their faith again. As they teach, we all learn. So that means that building up a parent's role in their child's faith journey can also lead us as parents on a longer faith journey. And also too, as adults, as I said, besides doing things such as parenting and leading your children to faith, if we do scripture work, if we do work in faith sharing groups and go for individual instructions, we too can grow on our faith journey. So in conclusion, I'd like to say that I still believe that faith journey is a lifelong process. I'm still learning today. I think it follows the stages of our lives. Every time we are given opportunities as children, as young adults, as parents, as adults, and even into our later years in life, we are there to share this faith and learn as it applies to these different stages of life. So our goal in this life is an ever-deepening relationship with Christ. Thank you.
Thank you.